We are in West Texas along the Rio Grande at the Sun Bowl in El Paso. After an epic event last night, there is a new series leader, and only 7 points separate our top two competitors. It's been Neil Elliott and Max D and Adam Anderson and Gravedigger putting everyone in their rearview mirror. Can someone step out of the shadows and be the David to their Goliath, or will it be a clash of two titans in Texas? We're back in the Lone Star State. This is Stadium Championship Series 2, and this is Monster Jam. We've talked about that rivalry here before between Neil and Adam, and right now things are starting to fall into place for Neil Elliott and Max D. Neil Elliott has 352 points. He stands at the top of Stadium Championship Series 2.
With the way that the season's been going, it's been such a good battle of 1 and 2. I just can't wait to see this lineup really compete here, especially during the daytime. It's going to be exciting.
And here comes the black and green wrecking machine of Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, our racing winner. Still some more work to do before he catches Neil Elliott.
So coming into today's show, Adam had a little bit of, I guess, a chip on his shoulder, you could say, because last night, braking early in freestyle, that put him out a little bit earlier than where he wants to go. But, I mean, it's Gravedigger fashion. These fans know what they're going to see. They know that it's ragged edge. You're going to drive as hard as you can. And with Adam winning racing, he's got a good chance to win this overall.
Now, we've seen Adam Anderson overcome adversity over the years in his career. There doesn't seem like there's any situation where he can't make that Gravedigger truck run. He has 37 career freestyle wins, and that is an amazing jump. That is a high jump of the year candidate. What a move for Adam Anderson and Gravedigger.
That's some good stuff, man. The momentum is coming. It's definitely Gravedigger style. Adam's got to let it hang out a little bit more as this time starts ticking down, because the fans are expecting that body to be ripped to shreds.
3 of those 37 wins have come this year on Stadium Championship Series 2, and he continues to sky it in Gravedigger. So this is what Adam Anderson needs. If he can double down with racing and freestyle, that will go a long way in catching Neil Elliott and getting his points lead back, and another high jump and a little slap wheelie at the end to put an exclamation point on it.
I love this style, man. Most of the time, Adam's driving around this course because it's such a loose dirt. A lot of rear steer and a lot of guiding with the front, and it makes for a great show. The fans are seeing all this momentum, and he's just driving it home into these jumps. Let's see if he's going to do the big cross thread. Yeah, love it.
Clears half the freestyle track in one jump. So Adam Anderson and Gravedigger making it happen. At World Finals 9, he became what at the time was the youngest World Finals champion in Monster Jam history. And look at that, skying it across the air for Gravedigger.
You couldn't put that any more perfect right there. That's what we call a grease. All of us drivers, we talk about landing on the backside of jumps so perfect. That is 100% a grease right there. I think the only thing that Adam is missing right now is a backflip, and I think this is where he's headed.
Adam Anderson going for the Monster Energy backflip ram. He gets it up, and he lands it, but Morgan, the light was red, and time had expired before he did the backflip. What is that going to do for your score?
Well, for us, the Team Gravedigger drivers, we don't care about that light, man. The biggest thing is that these fans leave happy, and Adam knew that the backflip is what they needed.
We have a new leader. It is Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. The weather is beautiful. The track is fantastic, and Adam Anderson is off to a great start. The Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge recap. Look at the bicycle. Couldn't get it going and keep it up back on the hood.
It's tough here with the two-wheel competition. The way that the dirt is, it's a little bit dry. I think some of the drivers are having a tough time because they can't really figure out how grippy it actually is. And it's put a couple people on their lid.
That trick from Rosalie Raymer and Wildflower, a sidewinder in the desert. And look at Diesel Dave and Brodozer skying it, lands it on the back 2 tires, and kept it there for the fans. They were up on their feet, and now a popper, a nose wheelie gets it going. Diesel Dave, what a great run in the 2-Wheel Skills Challenge.
So the nose wheelie, I guess you could call it the moonwalk too, is kind of taking this sport by storm. Everybody loves it. The fans love it. The control that you have. I mean, it's constantly, you're going from reverse to second, reverse to first, and then you have, your right foot on the gas, left foot on the brake. I mean, it's constantly, you're trying to make sure that you keep this balance, but the fans absolutely go crazy over it.
And this is the guy that has done it so many times this season, Neil Elliott and Max D, that controlled moonwalk, trying to keep that balance. He's so good at it, just sits there almost like he stops time when he is in this competition.
And when you talk about time, it is one of those things where you only have 30 seconds when you're up in this. If you don't go up within 30 seconds, I mean, it's going to deduct points off of your score.
And if one time wasn't enough, he was able to do it again, and that was more than enough to give Neil Elliott and Max D the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge lead and the win, and he kept it up there for an insane amount of time. You could literally stop your watch and tell the time of day by the amount of time Neil Elliott, with that moonwalk back up over the freestyle ramp, can hang on up there in Max D. So here are the point standings from the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Neil gets another point back on Adam Anderson, a few back actually, as Adam Anderson drops down to 5th with that 8.214. So for Neil Elliott, his 8th Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge win already this season. He is down on the track celebrating. He needed this. This has been his competition all season long. Let's hear from Neil Elliott.
For you, Neil Elliott, it's been all about consistency this year on your climb back here to extend this points lead out. And so how are you doing it? How are you using your strategies to stay so consistent out here?
And I got a saying that I've been using for a long time: I'd rather be lucky than good any day. But no, we're coming out here and we've been getting lucky enough to get paired up on the opposite side of the bracket as Adam in racing. So as long as I can make it to the final against him, or somebody knocks him out early, I'll be doing okay, because he's only going to get 1 point on me at a time. If I can knock him out earlier in the rounds, even better yet. But we've been consistent in this 2-wheel, you know, and he's been trying that same move over and over and over. Once he figures it out, I'm probably going to be in trouble. But with any luck, it holds off to the end of this series, and we get that automatic bid into the Monster Jam World Finals.
Last night in this stadium, Neil Elliott won 2 competitions on his way to the overall event championship, but did not win freestyle, so a chance at redemption to win the one that got away from him last night. Neil Elliott, Max D going to start off with a nice jump, swinging around to the other side of the track. A big jump for Neil in Max D as he's trying to make something happen. Adam Anderson sitting right behind him in the standings, the score to beat. Leslie caught up with Neil earlier today. Let's hear from Neil Elliott.
You know, you've kind of been right there all along, and you finally took that 7-point lead, you know. So what does it mean to finally kind of take that lead over Adam?
It feels good to be out front, you know, but like everybody else says, it's a bullseye on your back, and I honestly don't think 7 points is enough. You know, this is a long road. We got quite a few shows left, and it's going to be tough to keep that lead.
Morgan, I'm not sure that any lead would be enough when Adam Anderson, a Gravedigger, is right behind you.
Yeah, when you're such a big competitor in a sport like this where anything can happen, you're never comfortable at the top. Honestly, like Neil said, that bullseye's on your back, and everybody's shooting for you. It doesn't matter if you're in 6th place or 2nd place, you're the man to beat. And if you're in the lead, you got to make sure you stretch it as long as you can.
Skies that one off the rim. 28 career freestyle wins for Neil Elliott, but only 1 on this series. Way back in the beginning in Orlando, and that is a jump for Max D. Gets a little bicycle on the landing. So that is a move. That is something that you can make that happen and get the fans on your side. You can beat Adam Anderson in this competition.
And this is Neil Elliott textbook Max D fashion. Anytime you're in the stadium with Neil Elliott and Max D, you're guaranteed that you're going to get a show. This guy is such a wheelman, and he just sends Max D to the moon every single jump.
And sent another jump right there. 11 World Finals championship for Max D. None with Neil Elliott behind the wheel. Going to try to change that. And the Monster Energy backflip ramp for Max D. A nice move on the part of Neil Elliott. The acceleration was there. The full circle on that backflip lands it solid. So that is what you need if you're Neil Elliott and you're trying to catch up to Adam Anderson. And another jump goes sideways and gets it down. What a save.
Well, that's one of the things the fans are going to love to see, is there's nothing better than a good backflip. And Neil just nailed that thing.
A textbook backflip for Neil Elliott and Max D, but it was the jump after the backflip. Another wow moment where he skied Max D through the air. Here's a couple of jumps for him, and he is going to get in 2nd place, 9.126 for Neil Elliott and Max D. Not quite enough to catch Adam Anderson, and Gravedigger still sits in 2nd place. Your freestyle winner is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, getting those 14 points, but right underneath is Neil Elliott and Max D, and Neil talked about that. If Adam's going to beat him, he'd like to be right there, so it's just a 1-point difference between the two. 3 competitions in the books this afternoon in El Paso for Stadium Championship Series 2. We are going to crown our winner on the track. Let's go down to Leslie with Adam Anderson.
for Adam Anderson tonight. It was about you and your crew getting a little bit of redemption after you fought the truck all day yesterday. How good does it feel for you guys to take home this freestyle victory?
To walk out of here with a freestyle win, it's ecstatic. Coming here to El Paso, these fans are always on top of the world, so these guys busted their butt last night, stayed up late, completely rebuilt the rear end of Gravedigger. We came back out, we dominated, we came out on top, and it felt awesome.
Big freestyle afternoon for Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, but look at the overall event point standings. Neil Elliott is going to take the win with 40 points over the 3 competitions. Adam Anderson just 2 points under him, so a little more ground gained in the season point standings, Morgan.
Well, each point matters, and during the season, you got to make sure that you're doing the best that you can to get all the points possible. And with Neil being able to get 2 more on Adam, that's crucial, and it puts him a little bit further ahead.
Let's hear from Neil Elliott.
So Neil, tonight, that freestyle victory just on the tip of your fingers, and it just slipped away from you. What's it going to take for you to take that home?
Man, I don't know how much this old truck's got left in it. Flat back tire, front wheels caved in. We just put it on after the last show, but we're just going to come out here and keep doing what we're doing. Adam had an awesome run, but we still come out with the overall event championship and still in the points lead. So what more can a guy ask for a good on this weekend?
Yeah, and that's true. And here's the thing for you guys: you have a weekend off to kind of let this all settle in, and your stretch of 2 show weekends is over. So what's your strategy going into the home stretch with only 3 shows left?
That means they got 2 weeks to get this bad boy in 100%, and they can do it overnight. Obviously, we come out here, we put on one heck of a show last night. Still got that second place in freestyle, but put on a really good run. They put the truck back together. We got to come back out here and done the same thing again tonight. So, I'm just trying to keep this points lead right now, and these guys are keeping the truck in good shape. So, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm going to do, and they keep doing what they're going to do, and I think we can stay on top.
And with that overall event championship, Neil Elliott and Max D now increases his points lead to 9 over Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. Scott Buteau at El Toro Loco Ice and Diesel Dave and Brodozer are still in it with well over 300 points. 3 events remain in Stadium Championship Series 2. That 9-point lead might as well be won with Adam Anderson right on your tail. The series championship is coming down to the wire.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.